What's going on today, everybody? Just running around FF14 for a little bit. Oh, being visited by a cat. It's like he's got stream sense. Don't step on the keys, pal. Come here. No, I got you. I got you. What are you doing, buddy? Trouble. What's going on, trouble? Me be in trouble? Alright, there we go. Mr. Piper, we do need your help, buddy. No, we don't need Piper's help. No way. We don't need Piper's help. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Let's see where we are headed. Pull up my bigger map. There we go. All right. Generally this way, apparently. I just don't seem to see the... Unless it's just not on my tracker right now. But there we go. Bum 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 dooby dum. We'll begin. If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the Cetra directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. You are to visit Akiali and Yedomad, speak with Matsya and his people, and listen to their grievances. If you do the same with Palaka Stand, I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Once you believe you have assessed the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Magaduda. We'll see about that. Push this up this way a touch. Could go back that way. All right. Let's see. Is this even on my tracker? There's Aetheryte nearby. Let's go. Okay, now it's on my tracker. Let's go. I have my little minion. Oh yeah, that's right. I got the Palampora minion. It's been a minute since I logged in here. Okay, let's hop on our motorcycle. Did I ever unlock? I didn't. Okay. Where's the nearest one? Northeast. Let's go. Unlocking flying is such a pain. I've said this in other videos, but I get they don't want you to fly till you finish the story quests in an area. But then instead of making you run around and find these ether currents. Just tie it to the story. Just be like, yeah, after you finish the last story quest in an area, you can fly now. Boom, done. It's a time waster. Can we find a way down there? See if I could fly, I'd be able to go down there. Yeah, to the east, Wait a minute, like directly to the east? I guess so. Well, somewhere maybe there's a bridge. Whee! Whee! Okay. To the north. North, Miss Dutchmacher, north! Oof. And this is why I hate hunting for ether currents. Fine. Well, see, here's one. Any other unlockable? Yeah, there are. Where is he? He's on the map, unless he's up on the wall here. There we go. Yep, there's another one. Will you go solve my random problem to get this time waster item? Southeast, you say? Well, we'll go see. To the east. Get out of here. Northeast. So what? Ah, there it is. Oh my goodness. And then it's like locked on top of a jumping puzzle? Come on. Diesel Pete's northwest. Well, while we're here, let's get these, and then we'll go northwest. Get lost. A fatay is discovered nearby. Fight the monsters! Where are they at? Okay. 1 of 3. Oh boy. I think there's one up that way too. Okay. What are we looking at up here? Oh, get out of here. I don't even like you. Okay, we're headed for that. Let's go. Get away, birdie. Get away. There it is. Nope, he gave it up. All right, good. Okay. And where's the next one? Next one's up there. Is there an easy way to get to it? Yep, we could just port back to... There we go. There's still a whole area over here I haven't discovered. Wild. Alright, well, anywho. Let's go finish other dude's quest. There's a couple of these. Oh wow, there's another, okay. Well, south first. Okay. What's the next thing? I bet that's another unlockable. Okay. We'll go see in a minute. Goodness. Meanwhile, I guess we'll go out there. Get lost. should be on the other side of this. See what we're looking... Ah, here he is. What in the... What? No. Oh, okay. Okay, so we did that. Where to next? Oh man, are you really gonna fall? Oh no. Alright. Come on. Follow quests. Not my idea of a good time. Oh no, I sense a hostile presence. Let's move them away from the hapless dude. Okay. I mean, at least they updated it so you don't have to keep doing the beckon emote, because that was silly. Oh no, not a hostile presence. For a second, I thought the unfortunate straggler was gone. I was about to be pissed. I'm gonna be like, what? What happened? Ugh. Skip. We done both of... Is there another one out here? Oh, that's right. There was the quest that I originally came out here to do as part of the story. What? Ah, here we go. Give me my ether current. Yay! Where? I think he's up here. Where's the next one? To the northwest. It's a ways, too. Is there a, ether dealio out that way? Well, we can get a head start on it by probably going over here. Oh boy, I see a plus sign next to a quest. That probably means another ether current. Let's go see. Is he really up there? Oh, it's over here. Okay. That's what I thought. What did you want me to do? You want me to go... You want me to go... this way? Probably not. Why not? Yeah, that's that quest. Ah, you want me to go up there? All right. Get lost. Don't even get out of here. Well, what are we looking for? Is it... It's whatever it is, it's up here with us. So... it must be here. Look at the quest. No. Where are we? Okay. Here we go. Yo. I see no such person. Unless he's like out front of here. Uh-huh. Oh, there he is. I didn't see him a minute ago. Right. Why is it up here in the middle of nowhere? Okay. Okie dokie dokie. What's over there? There we go. And the next northeast. Okay. Let's head out of here then. Who knows, I was probably right up there by it when I was at the rise. That'd just be the thing. Yeah, yeah. Let's go to the east. So... is it really down there? Nope, nope, there it is. Northeast. Which means it's probably down there. Okay. Or, I mean, it could be over there. But I guess we'll go see. Still to the east. There it is. Think we can find a way down. I jump off of this? Can I do that? Yes, I can. Why couldn't I do that before? It's up on like a little hill. There it is. Northwest. So that away. Oh boy. Okay. To the west. Well, that was... There it is. I see it. Okay. Why, you gotta put it behind a jumping puzzle. That is some bright pink rock. Oof. Here we go. I wonder if they'll ever start giving us water vehicles. I mean, well, I guess there's like the sub and stuff, you know. Some things work underwater. To the west. La 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 la. To the west. I'll bet it's back here. Yeah. There's the next one. Southeast. Boy, that's a ways. Let's see here. Southeast. 917 yalms. Boy, I wish this had a measuring thing to tell you the yalms, but I got a feeling this is going to be closer to it, so... Oh man, I called that. Okay. 233 yalms northeast. It passed it a little bit, but maybe we'll find it. And, Somebody out here has got an unlockable quest. I'll bet it's an ether current. Of course it is. Sure. All right. To the north. Which is kind of on my way, so... Skip it. Okay. Now, about that ether current. Go northeast. Which is generally this way, so... Uh-oh. Let's get out of that. Hey, I got out of that. Kiss my ass. And there we go. Okay. Now, back to what I'm looking for. To the east. Please be up here. I'll bet you're down there. Down there. What a crock of shit. And I can't... Oh... Fine. See, this is why I hate doing ether currents. This is exactly why I hate it. It's garbage. So one thing about this game that I'm just like, Yoshi, buddy, you messed up. That and search the giant red circle for things. Quests. Don't like those. Yay! Okay, now we need northeast, right? And it's right there. But, you know, we can't do anything with it because, you know, friggin' blocked. Now we gotta go up here and go down. Stupid. See, and then if you don't do the ether currents, the areas are so hard, or so large, that doing additional quests in the area becomes more of a hassle, because you can't fly. Let's go over here. Tiger uppercut. Okay. Where's the next one? Northwest, which means it's probably down in this basin. Let's go see. Tiger uppercut. Tiger. Where is it? Don't attack me. Get lost. To the west. To the west. To the west. To the north. To the north. Here it is. Yay! Finally! Now. Let's go over here and I guess we'll explore the unexplored for a second. Get the map filled in. Probably the tiniest portion of map. It kind of is, yeah. You discover a new location. It's a cool looking location. Can we get up here? How high up can we go? We can go no higher. So then, how do I get to this part of the map? There's something here. How do I... Is there like a cave? No? So that goes into the city. So where... Right? Where are we going here? This way, maybe? Can we go over this? Can we do this? This thing? We get over it? Zip, 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 zip. Oh, can't go any higher. But... Oh, invisible. Well then, what's the... What even is this? I don't get it. Okay, so I see something. Okay, I discovered a new location. Oh my goodness, I made it. What's even out here? Huh. Turn to the sharp-eyed radiant. No? Weird? Huh. Sure. Okay. Oh, wild. Ah, that's what that's for. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. What else? Let's go see what's up here. Okay. And then let's go see what's out here. Actually, probably just port there and be a little bit faster about it. So let's do that. There we go. And then there's whatever's down here. And we need to go sort of down this way anyway, so let's just go over here. It's out here. New location. What is this place? Huh. Or what's even... Must be a quest or something that went on out here. I don't know. I don't even... Okay. Oh, that's a neat looking. This is a big old huge crystalline rock formation. I love that stuff. The scenery in this game is just always fantastic. The moon. Alright, so back to the task at hand here. Can we go under the water here? We can. What's down here? What is even down here? Invisible wall, yep. Okay. Other than some coral and stuff, don't look like a whole lot. Still looks neat, though. Alright. Back topside. Yoop. My bike glowing in the moonlight. And we're going down here to talk to these guys. Well, I suppose all the loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone is still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnir, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally I part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil, but for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You would be practically stealing from me. Uh-huh. Oh, we gotta go with that one. I am not Estinian. Estinian? Who's... You are the one who was with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sisters, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have coin to buy at local prices, I tell you. If I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more, now that the danger is past, certainly. But no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Khazal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done. God's rest his soul. Go back to this. Yep. I do appreciate them adding the Ethernet map now. That is extremely handy. Ah, my advisor's return. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling, to say the least, and there are few places I can enter comfortably without the risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedilmad. From what I understand, they've always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akyali and Yellowmud? I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yellowmud. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beasts sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over, so many lives lost. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome. But we will not. Ego, Astinian, I will consider the perspectives you've brought me, and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. We get voices back.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Kalzal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Oh boy. Well, there we go. Let's go with that.
Of course, we can draw on trading profits to build a new institution. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Oh boy, what do we got? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I mean, they both basically say the same thing.
A fitting candidate. Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
What do we got here? Beep, 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 beep. Mighty vitality. Nasty vitality. I guess piety. Forget what. Yeah, whatever. Thank you for putting forth Kazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Y'shtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood. Thank you. Y'shtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Awan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish, allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. All right. Okay, so just back here in town. Take the Ethernet and go wherever it is. Here we go. voices.
Right, here
Hey.
we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many void sent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain Exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th. Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Spooky.
Wait. You said that void scent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
It's kind of what we do.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved. I had a feeling you might say that. Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzat-Han, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
We'll go with that.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlene.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Let us be on our way as well.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Okay. Head on over there. Boom, boom, boom. If we were to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, then we must secure the permission of the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? No one springs to mind? Of Scarlark Monteshane. He did come to Gra's defense during the inquiry, after all. Is settled. Let us head to Phenomenon and see if he is willing to help us once more. Okay, we can have Y'shtola behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. We wish Y'shtola to accompany you again, blah 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 blah. Probably up here. Yeah, okay. Come on then. It's a snowing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, come on. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louis Sois took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Sometimes I wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoon with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dark cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Alright, let's go. What do you say, old timer? Ah, visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. May I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholark, but we are hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh ho! No furtive forays into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety, yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Demir has lain dormant in Charlane's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? Develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name would force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Marvelous. An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason to present your request for the forum's consideration. Although, your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Master Fortuno, of course, he can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well. We'll pay a visit to the Leveilleur estate and plead our case. One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me this discovery, the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So, if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Scholark, we will be sure to pass on any revelations. At least the music in this area is very relaxing. Can we do this? Can we? Does this work? Okay, cool. I would be very sad. Master Ego, Mistress Y'shtola, how may I be of service? We've come to speak with Master Fourcheneau. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. So let's us all talk on the front porch and, don't invite us in or anything. Oh, well. Melians would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss? Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholark Monteshane expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, we'll not attempt to circumvent the Forum's authority again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people, yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. It is no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. I still need to finish the Eden stuff. Do not celebrate just yet. Forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. I'm guessing that's where we're going? Yeah, okay. Later that day, so, what did the Forum decide? Put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlayan and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor and bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye. But that very stoicism is exactly what Charlayan needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk in through the front door. Our focus will be on finding House Demir's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Won't get carried away now. Further instructions. You will be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume? Yes, you presume correctly. Then you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Stola is now accompanying you, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Bum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, goodness. Where are we headed? Where's our thing? It's like up here, right? Nope, it's over here. Man, put an ether right there. Right there. Fine. I think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist, but yawns away from where you found me napping. I had known of Al-Zadal III's exploits sooner, I could well have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Arkanyistola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me, if you would. Watch your step. And please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Oh man.
If House Damir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
I like how it kind of sounds like the Google library music a little bit. Jazzy piano thing going on. Alright, let's go have a look. Certainly it won't be in the first place I look. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling, like a candle's flame threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. You are tempted to read more. This does not seem like the volume you're seeking. In the year 1564 of the 6th astral era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit. Their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not unexpected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the ether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Could the man-made God truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? Your mind spins with possibilities discussed herein. This does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuhashan, the 9th Patriarch of House Damir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlane's Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Ishtola will need to make the final confirmation. Whee! Meanwhile, she's just standing over here like, I don't know. Weird-looking bookshelves. Have something you would like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the content. Of course you were. Well done, Ego. I think you may have found our prize. It's a good thing I came with you. Left to your own devices, you'd be in here for months.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about. Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Okay.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Voidsent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Damir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Oops. Damn it. Thermal calamity has been added. Oh, okay. whatever you want to call it now. This is like collection, I think. Yeah. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atmos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hannish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Demir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nadana can. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her at the Great Work. Expensive. Won't be too much longer, and we will have to stop for now. Let's see, maybe if we can get through the rest of this. There she is. Ishtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study and that you want me to be part of it. I have no doubt you will be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters, this is the mark of House Demir. I never even knew such a work existed. You should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives, after all. It was, but that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it. To think the Demir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atmos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work on a Demir project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Charlayan trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of the Great Work could resist. You're a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouthed simulacrum once we've built it? There is a secret void gate, and it is sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty? Today is the day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating a rift spanning aperture is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once you have finished gathering the components I require. Trallian's markets provided the raw materials and pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need to go no further than the Font of Maya. The ascetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there is now known to enliven the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vritra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here anon. I think I'll pass on that. Buying followers isn't my idea of getting, running a channel. That's like cheating. All right, where are we going? What? Oh, okay, up there. We'll just fly. Yeah. Get lost. Where are we going? Okay, we're going down here. Okay. Simple enough. You have that flask for me? Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Ego. Ow. piety. Why not? I don't know, whatever. Void theory. Look who I came across. Estinian seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lance. Right then. Now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. We will have need of Matzia's boat again. Or will we have need of Matzia's boat again? Not this time. Once Y'shtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready in Akyali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host, shall we? The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy, to see the truth of a legend with mine own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Just shout it out, you know? Yeah, let's go. We're back here again.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Be
It
careful.
may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
This is where she becomes bad. She's the new BBEG.
What is it you're doing now?
Oh, just organizing my junk.
There's something I wish to verify.
Or maybe...
The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
Wow, look what happened to Nero.
Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Shit if I know. Sure, why not?
Very good. I see you've been paying attention. As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
So, a Porksy?
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
So a porksy.
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Okay.
Water, water, froth and foam!
You sounded way too cheerful. What? You made a water
Ready your arms.
elemental?
I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Aww.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve as well. This one will bear a warding scale.
Okay.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Uh-huh.
Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Okay. They got
I
smashed.
think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Won't work. Uh-oh. Or like... Okay.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Uh-oh.
We're out of time. I must reseal the Void Gate.
Here comes trouble. Uh-oh.
Coming through!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Just a bit.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals, but those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
What do you mean upon our return? Aren't you actually,
We will see
like,
you
back in the
city.
palace? Okay, well, let's pick this up and see where it wants to take us. And then we'll probably have to stop for the day. Well, or at least for the afternoon. Once Nadana succeeds in replicating the Mach Atomos, this door to the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There's something I must do first. Flickery shadows. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from the other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think it is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Ralger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Okay, cool. It took us like right to it. That's good. Well, then that is a good place to stop for now. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to log on out of there and call it a day. So, thanks everyone for tuning in or for watching the VOD on Twitch or YouTube later. You can also follow me over on Twitter. And we're going to get out of here for now, but we'll probably pick this up maybe later this evening and see maybe if we can finish 6.1, because 6.15 launches on Tuesday. So you guys all take it easy, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.